and welcome back to the final episode of the BobKast. I have with me today I have to say it every time, the Cliff Livingston. Typically Drew hosts this, but he's out, and they said, what are we going to do about the BobKast? And I was like, hello.
She's back.
I'll do it. We do this every week anyways.
Anytime. We always do. It's always a pleasure, Bree, I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, hey, you just got back home.
Yes.
We got to talk about it. You know what? I would say it was a disappointment. It's not a disappointment. These Bobcats have completely turned it around. From the beginning of the season, we were worried. We were scared. Very scared. These guys have turned it around. They are the Midwest Conference champions.
Yes.
Made it to the Final Four. Best 2 out of 3 against Albany. We got the first one.
Got the first one. We didn't get swept. We did not get swept.
Right.
We just played a little lackluster in New York. But like I said, it was an unbelievable ride, because to go from bottom of the league to the top 4 teams left in the league.
Incredible.
Was unbelievable.
Yes.
Matter of fact, the top 3, because we were the last ones to lose to go to the final go to the final game. So it was a tremendous ride and tremendous rush for the players, myself, just to be involved and be considered one of the top teams in the league.
Yeah. And that's all around. Jeff just stopped by, one of the owners of the Bobcats. It's Jeff and Mark. And Jeff came in and he was talking about how many compliments you guys have received from the league, from other coaches, from announcers, from fans, just talking about how the Bobcats are top tier, not only in basketball, but also in character, which really says a lot.
Well, to me, that's the ultimate compliment for our team, is because it's not how you end. It was really about how you end, not how you start or what's going on. We carried ourselves with a lot of pride, a lot of respect, and more importantly, we did with dignity.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. And, we talked about it without talking about it. The Bobcats, they lost. They lost to Albany.
We lost to Albany. But
you lost with dignity.
Well, sometimes you have to lose to win. Last year we lost to Indianapolis, the Indiana Express.
Mm-hmm.
But we learned a lesson. We went further this year. Next year I'm expecting the same thing. We learned a valuable lesson, how to not start off in such a hole and try to dig our way out of a hole and expend a lot of energy and a lot of resources to get to where we were. But, like I said, all year long, we always play from behind. We have to find a way to start playing from ahead and bury teams and keep teams behind us. Now, that Albany team was a very talented team.
Yeah.
I say they were more mature than we were to understand how important it is when you're coming home to get back the home court advantage.
Mm-hmm.
We had held our own on every series we had. We started off at home playing against some very good teams. And, I think our first test was the Lebanon. We went three games with them. Everyone else, we went 2 games. In Albany, we went 3 games with them. And they showed us how to have the composure in knowing when you got home, you got to take care of business. And they did. They took care of business right away.
Yeah. It was an incredible season. I've been there with you guys at home
indeed.
As the Bobcats MC, but I also cheer you guys on as fans from my living room anytime that you're away through the television. And, of course, we were cheering for our Bobcats. We were hoping we would move on to the championship round. But while we watched the stream and while we were watching us lose, I will say, here's my proud moment. Everybody had so many great things to say about the Bobcats. Those announcers were supposed to be, go Albany, go Albany. They were more go Bobcats a lot of the time than they were for their own team. And I was so proud of that.
Well, that was a hostile environment. I mean, you think Memorial Gym is hostile going in there.
Can be.
It was very hostile there. And, I mean, they had pots and pans. They brought out the pots and pans for real. They brought the pots
truly
and pans
did. They
out.
actually had it. Yeah.
But you know what? After the game, they all said, man, you guys are the toughest team we've faced all year. You guys play hard all the way from the beginning to the end. And, even one of their fans was a caterer, went out and made a meal for us after the game and brought it to us after the game.
Sweet.
And they said, thank you for having a great team and carrying yourself with dignity.
Yeah.
And I liked her. Her name was Margaret. Miss Margaret, I don't know if you're watching, but we thank you for taking care of us after the game.
Shout out to Margaret, Miss Margaret.
Miss Margaret.
All right, Cliff. Well, it is the end of the season for me. So, or for you, for the team, not for you really, because we just talked about your insane summer schedule. So the hustle continues for Mr. Cliff Livingston.
Well,
but
I'm working. I'm still working, trying to get guys overseas. I'm trying to get at least 5 of our guys with overseas contracts for next year.
Yeah.
And I know I have one that has a G League tryout coming up after the summer league, and working on some stuff for Qatar and Greece and Israel.
How cool is that?
And over in where's it, Lithuania. So
amazing.
It's and I've always said I've only want to see our players no more than 3 years.
I know, and that's what I was about to talk to you about, because that scares me, okay? Because we had a handful of our OGs come back this season.
Yes.
And we love them. Not only us here, the fans love them, the community loves them. Whether the community has come out to a basketball game at all, they know who Fudge is.
Yes.
They know who Duck is. They know these guys. They love these guys. They have really embraced Kokomo as their own city, as their own community, and I can't take it. I can't see a Bobcat next season without these guys. I don't know if my heart can take it.
Well, you'll see some Bobcats. I try to stick with a core 4, and right now I'm working on what core 4 that will probably be around. So it will be a core 4.
I even heard talks about a Fudge statue here in Kokomo.
Oh my God!
I know, he's really made an imprint on the city.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
Don't do it, he says.
Then I can't have my Fudge. I can't keep him. I'm trying to keep him down. He's like that hot air balloon. I'm going up to the top.
Yeah.
But no, you know what? Though Fudge have deserved every bit of all the accolades he's gotten here in Kokomo. Mm-hmm. He's been a staple in the community. He works with the kids. He does training. He's embedded himself into the community, and that's what I've always loved and instilled with my players is be part of the community. Don't just take from the community.
Yeah.
Be a part of it. Come in and leave something behind so they'll know you've been here.
And you guys have done exactly that. After we took the L, all the Facebook posts start rolling out, all right, it's the end of the road, but that's not what the post said. They were massive paragraphs thanking you, thanking the team for being such an amazing part of our community. They were so appreciative of you guys and just the asset you've been and the light that you guys have been to our community. And like you said, your players, I love that you really instill in them how important it is to be a part of a community. The Bobcats are a brotherhood. I've seen these other teams firsthand. I see them all the time when I'm out there on the court with you guys. There's not a brotherhood like the Bobcats team. There truly is not. It is a family. It is a family within the team. It is a family within the community. They take care of each other. They take care of their community, and they are so involved even outside of the game of basketball. We talked about Fudge. Fudge coaches my child off the court. He's Coach Fudge sometimes for my kid. We've created relationships and friendships, and that's the same situation for a ton of other people in our community as well.
Well, you know what? The players are basically brotherhood. They have a bond, and I was preaching to them and helping them understand this is a special group. You may not ever play on a team that has the same kind of camaraderie with each other.
Yeah. You
guys generally love and care for one another, and you look out for one another. There are teams you're going to play for you can't stand your teammates. You can't wait for this to be over. But these guys hurt after the last game. I mean, because they finally started to understand how important it is to make sure that we are cohesive as one unit. And we're one unit, we all feel the pain and we all feel that hurt. You know, these guys come in the community because they love to be in the community. Because one thing I can say more than anything else, Bobcat Nation, you guys have embraced these guys. You didn't know none of these guys from the beginning, but now you fell in love with these guys, and these guys fell in love with you because of your heart. I've always stated this and said this: the Midwest people are some of the warmest, genuine people that I've been around.
They do say Midwest is the best.
Midwest is the best. You know, I went to school in the Midwest. I've lived in the Midwest, and all I can say is the Midwest people really embrace you, and especially here in Kokomo. Kokomo fans, Kokomo Bobcat Nation is better than any team I've been around, and they really not just care because you're a basketball player, but they care because you're a great person.
Yep, that is so true. That is so true. And we just appreciate the asset that you guys have been to our community. And we got to talk about the players, right? Because you did say that they felt the hurt, not only because it was the end of the road, but also because I don't know who posted it, one of the players posted to their story, a picture of all the guys cheersing in glass at the end, and they said, "This will be the last time we ever lace up together." And I had to wipe a little tear.
Yes.
Wipe a little tear. That's so true. It's the last time all of them will lace up together.
You know what? And that's was it. My memories when I played, my favorite team was the 1987 Atlanta Hawks. And we had a special bond, a special chemistry. We cared really for each other. And, I've won 2 NBA championships, but that 87 Atlanta Hawks team is the most memorable and the most loved team I played for.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the brotherhood is strong there. The love is strong there. Let's talk about what now? What now for the Kokomo Bobkats, Cliff? We talked about it. I said, "Oh, you get a break? Are you relaxed? Are you rested?" And you said, "No, we start up again next week." So
next week I start next week. I'm going to Las Vegas for the summer league, and also all the different combine camps. I probably see about 500 different players during that time. Because I'm going to be there for about 10 days, so I get a chance to see a lot of basketball. But it's about planting the seed and start getting, tilling the soil for next season. And next season will be here before you know it. So I got to make sure that I know the type of players I want, the caliber of players I want, the character of players I want. And not just any player can put on a Bobcat uniform and say they're a Bobcat. It's a special kind of guy. And I do my due diligence on a lot of these guys because you have to have guys who represent what we're all about. We've already set the tone of the type of players that we want in our family, and we don't want to just. You can have the best players, but if he doesn't have the character, or the community-minded, or the unselfishness, we don't want that type of player. So I'm very firm on that. I start this off, then I go to Vegas, and I come back, then I got to go to Albuquerque, get back from there, then I got to get ready for I'm putting together a touring team to New Zealand. Do
you sleep?
Yeah, I sleep.
Sometimes? Occasionally?
That's what the players say, "Coach, you never sleep."
Yeah, no kidding. I'd be exhausted if I lived the life of Cliff.
Yeah, but you know what, though? But I do it because I love what I do, and I want these guys to love and feel some of the love that the game has given me and shown me. I want some of these guys to see that and experience that, because once you've experienced the different things that this game can give to you.
Give us your line. What's your famous line?
It's greater later.
It's greater later. And also, what about the basketball line? You get out of basketball. You give, you get. What's that one? Tell us.
Well, I mean, you get out of basketball what you put in.
That's the one.
If you don't put the love into basketball's not going to love you back. But if you love what you do, it's going to love you right back. And basketball's loved me so much and done so much for me. not only just on the court, but off the court. And that's what I want these guys to experience, the love of what basketball can do for you off the court.
Well, we feel the love for the Bobcats. We have the love for the Bobcats. What's next for them? Because I know, maybe our audience doesn't know. These guys live together.
Yes.
They live together locally in Kokomo. I can only imagine. We call it the cat house from time to time.
House,
we keep asking them what goes on there. They won't tell us. They won't give us anything.
In the cat
I thought
house
I could get it out.
I don't want to know what goes on in the cat house.
That's probably true. That's probably true. I've tried to get it out of Duck, and he won't even tell me. No. But what happens for these guys now? Are they packing up? They headed home? They staying in Kokomo?
Some of them are going to stay in Kokomo. Some of them's going to pack up. But I've always said that I only want to see these guys no more than 3 years.
I can't hear that.
And some of these guys are ready to go to the next level. We have about 5 guys who's really ready to go to the next level. Mm-hmm. So my job now is to try to find opportunities for them to broaden their wings and lead the nest to bigger pastures. And it's sad to say it, but I want to see them playing on the big, on the TV screen. So
yeah, I think the first season of the Bobcats, that was a hard thing for us to understand because we had Gino on our team, right?
Yes.
And him and Hawk were really the key players there first season, and then we kept seeing these guys bounce back and forth. They were trying out for things. They were traveling. They were sometimes not at games, and we're like, what the heck? And you're like, no. They gotta do this. It's good for them. You're really their cheerleader, which is incredible because it's not, I don't feel like that's a normal, Cliff.
Well, see, you know what? But this is minor leagues basketball for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about for anyone else. If you're doing your job as a coach, you're getting players and you're getting ready for the next level. You want them to go. And the better players you have, the harder it is for them to go. But understand this: if I'm doing my job and getting these guys jobs at bigger level, I'm doing a great job.
Yep.
Winning a championship is a byproduct of that. It's not where most coaches are trying to win a championship. I'm trying to win champion players.
And that's why you were the Cliff Livingston.
Thank you, the Bree.
Oh my gosh, thank you. All right, Cliff, we got to talk about your favorite moments of the season. What are some highlights of this year? What have been your favorite games? What has been your favorite fan interaction? Spill the tea, tell us.
Well, I haven't had a chance really to digest it all.
Okay.
I've been just focusing on, trying to get this team to the next level. One thing I do, my favorite part of the fan moments is going on the road, looking up in the stands and seeing Bobcat jerseys, Bobcat T-shirts, hearing those cowbells. That right there is so impressive and memorable to me more than anything else. And I love how the fans follow our guys and cheer for our guys. That's the most memorable thing that I got this year is how much our fans love our players.
Yeah, the fans travel. They go with you guys. They are all about it. So.
We had fans in New York.
Did you really?
Yes, we did. We had
My goodness.
So, like I said, it's just that right there is more impressive from the fan point of view to me than anything else.
Absolutely. That says a lot about your team. That, people don't travel just for good basketball. They travel for good people.
Yes.
Yeah, which says a lot about the team. So, all right, Cliff. Well, I'm going to let you digest the season. We'll have to catch up. Maybe we did a lot of fun work with the Bobcats this year.
Yes.
Here at the Kokomo Post. We've done a ton of fun videos. I don't know that they'll trust us ever again. We've had them handle wild animals, being blindfolded. We've had them try the death nut, which I will say, I was gone for that video, and I thought that Devin was being a crybaby. I'm not kidding. I thought he was playing it up. I thought that he was putting on a show for you guys. So I walk in the studio like, oh, Devin, you big baby. Cliff, I was about to die. I cannot believe the things that we've put them through this season. Thank you to the Bobcats for putting up with our antics and for doing all the things to make some super fun content for our audience and the fans. So if you haven't got to see those, make sure you check it out on the Kokomo Post Facebook, Instagram, and the KokomoPost.com and Kokomo Post Sports. We did the Kokomo music video, which has been a huge hit at the games lately. We've loved all those moments. Big thank you for the team for embracing our team here. We have enjoyed teaming up with our teams. It's been a good time. And Jeff just came in a little bit ago and let us know that the fans are able to celebrate the Bobcats one last time.
One last time. That's Thursday, tomorrow night, at Wildcat Golf Course at the Knights of Columbus building. And we're going to be there from 7 o'clock till 10. So the fans, you're welcome to come out there and celebrate with your Bobcats. Just show them how much you love them and, how much you appreciate them. And like I said, we're here to basically finish the season out right with our fans.
Yeah.
And we want to thank you.
Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that. I thought this was it. I thought we were done. There were no more appearances from the guys. One last opportunity for you fans to come out and be a more personal level, really, than just the end of a game where everybody's down in the dumps. You get to meet up with the guys and you get to chat about the season. You get to give them a pat on the back. Cliff, you'll be there. I'll probably be there. I have to be there. Not only because, it's part of my job, but also because my child would simply not allow it.
I would say Brandon would he would walk. He would find a way to walk himself. Yeah. He would
all of the bees.
Yeah, all the bees. He would find a way to walk. Your son would find a way to walk to the Wildcat. He would find the direction himself.
He would hitchhike to the Wildcat. He said, "Bye, Mom and Dad. I gotta go see. I gotta go dance with Duck one more time.
One more time.
Last time." So be sure to come support your Kokomo Bobcats one last time. Say your goodbyes. Like we talked about, the same guys won't be returning next year, so it may be your last chance to see some of your Kokomo Bobcats favorites. Tell them the location, the time one more time.
The time is 7 p.m. At Wildcat Golf Course at the Knights of Columbus building.
All right,
7
Cliff.
p.m. Be there, because I'm going to be there.
Be there. Be there or be square. All right. That's it. The final Bobcast of the 2022 season. Cliff, see you next season.
See you next season, my dear.